Hey guys, welcome back to Charlie and me, our camping vlog. This is just a quick drop-in video because you guys have been asking questions about the van build. So I thought I'd put a few of them together, print them out and answer some of your questions and just throw them in on front of this short video. So here we go. Question number one about the van build. Why did you change the channel from campsite reviews to van build channel? Well, basically, with COVID and with the winter season, there's very few campsites open. In fact, with COVID, there are no campsites open. And I wanted to keep the channel going because it's a very popular YouTube channel. And I sat with Deirdre and chatted to a few friends and, well, what are we going to do? And that's where we came up with the idea of doing a van conversion video. Because I've always wanted to convert an ambulance. So we said, just for the winter, let's do a winter project of a van conversion. Why did you decide on an ambulance and not a van conversion like what a lot of people are doing? Well, that answers your question. A lot of people on YouTube are doing van conversions or minibus conversions. So I've always wanted to do a box-bodied ambulance, the van that we're doing. And for reasons that they've got electrics in them already, some of them have water in them already. They just have a lot of work done. And then it's very square as opposed to a lot of roofs have curves on vans. So that's why I picked an ambulance. It's something that I've always wanted to do. Where's Charlie during all this construction? Like where he is now, downstairs watching telly. The yard where we are is a very busy yard. There's mechanics there and there's lawnmower maintenance. It's a coal yard and there's trucks and cars coming and going. And okay, during the winter, mostly I would be keeping the doors closed so he could come in and run around. But to be honest, I like to leave the double doors, the big garage doors open. So it's just not safe to bring him out. How much is the build costing? Had you a budget and is it on budget? Wow. I had a budget of about 5.5 grand plus the cost of the ambulance. At this date, we're in February, it's the 20th of February. The build is almost complete and we're probably running slightly over budget, which will become greatly over budget when we get the VRT bill because I didn't realize it's going to be as much as I think it's going to be. Where did you get the ambulance? I got it from a chap in Offaly, just outside Clara. He actually scraps ambulances for the health service. And sometimes he exports them, sometimes he just scraps them depending on their condition. And I think I rang him in August and I eventually got it in October. Have you ever done a project like this before? Yes. Over 20 years ago, I used to drive a school bus and one of our buses was retiring off the road and my boss gave it to me and I converted that into a motorhome with a fixed bed down the back with a toilet and shower, kitchen, 2 single beds up front. I think there was 250,000 miles on it. It was about 25 years old and it took me from the August right through till October to do it and I did it all myself. It was brilliant. Regulations were nothing like what they are now. It was an awful lot easier. Is Brexit causing you any problems getting fixtures and stuff for the build? No, because I had ordered an awful lot of this stuff. We got the ambulance in October and I had started ordering kind of before that. And then the big stuff like the toilet, the kitchen, water tanks, gas fixtures and fittings, I bought them all locally in Cozy Campers in Newcastle in County Dublin. When will you be finished the conversion? And are you selling it when it's completed? Well, you know, as I say, we're in here and what did I say was February 20th. We're very close to completion. I'm not getting it sprayed, so I've got some yellow paint to touch up all the scratches and bits where I peeled off paint when I was taking off the Battenberg and the Reflectix. So it's kind of going to be finished for the end of February. And I'm just waiting for the VRT bill and then they change the ownership, well, the logbook from ambulance to camper van. So the end of February, and part 2 of that question is, will you be selling it when it's completed? Not initially, no. As you know, with COVID, we may not get camping till June or July of this year. So myself, Charlie and Deirdre hope to head out in the ambulance to do a couple of video reviews, but we'll be using our own HYMER motorhome for our holidays. And because this is a short season, we may hang on to the ambulance and get next season's reviews out of it as well. But yes, it will be for sale eventually, but not in the foreseeable future. Will you be selling your HYMER when the ambulance is finished? And if so, how much is it? And can I have first dibs? No, we won't be selling the HYMER when the ambulance is finished. The ambulance is really just for Charlie and me, our camping vlog. So Deirdre will be working, and there'll be some weeks where myself and Charlie will just head off in the ambulance and do video reviews. And finally, would you do it again? No, not an ambulance. As I said at the offset, I thought the ambulance would be a lot better because it has electrics and an inverter. It being square was about the only advantage, and even then it's not totally square. Trying to use some of the ambulance electrics and trying to bring in my own has been a little bit dodgy at times, or a little bit head-wrecking at times. However, if I was to do it again, it would be a van conversion, like a lot of people are doing. It would be a long-wheeled, high-roofed van, a long-wheelbase, high-roof van, starting from scratch. But the fact that we've done this as a winter project for the channel, we've done it. I think we'll just get back to reviewing videos when the country comes out of lockdown and we can start traveling again. But would you do it again? No, I definitely would not do an ambulance again, and not even a van ambulance. You know, the way I have a box body and some of them come in vans. No. If I was to do it again, it would be dead straight van that I bought secondhand and start from scratch. I was talking to my SQI engineer that came down, and he was saying that just to do a good, not a brilliant, but a good van conversion, you'd want 10 grand just for the build. I budgeted 5.5 for this. Now, I would be over budget only for, I got the tools sponsored by Michael Murphy in Waterford. He gave us all the power tools we need, and I reckon that would have been a grand to buy the tools if I was to buy them. I do have a few tools, but the likes of a jigsaw and a skill saw, my jigsaw is old, so we got all battery powered Draper tools from Michael Murphy, so that saved us 800 to 1,000 euro on the build. We do have our coffee account that you can buy us a coffee for €3, buy us 10 coffees. And we've brought a few bob in on that. And we already had some from Charlie and me that we used on the purchase of the van and to start off the build. But to answer your question, would you do it again? No, definitely not. Not this year, or maybe not even next year. Thank you for your questions. They've come into us on our Instagram account, and they've come in on Twitter, and they've come in on emails, and they've been asked these at the end of videos where you can comment on the videos on our YouTube channel. Thank you very much for supporting the channel. Hopefully when COVID is gone and lifted and all the restrictions are lifted, we'll be back out again, be it in the HYMER or be it in the BBA, the ambulance. We'll be back out again reviewing campsites for you guys. Stay safe, take care, and we'll chat to you again very, very soon. Now, here's today's video. Hi guys, welcome back to Charlie and Mayor camping vlog, with thanks to our friends at Gary's Glue, garysglue.ie, sponsoring all of the videos in the van build series. You may notice I'm wearing my IMC Creations hat. I'll put a photograph in just here of IMC sent me a lock. Well, actually, last year, Pat Horan sent me an IMC lock for my motorhome. So I'll put a photograph of it in here. And I did a video, and you can check it out on Charlie and Me, our camping vlog here on YouTube. I did a video of installing that lock. It was very, very simple to do. IMC themselves since got in touch with me and said, we see you're doing an ambulance. We've developed a couple of new locks. Would you like some? And I said, of course I would. So the one, as you see in that photograph, was silver. They have sent me 3 locks. This one, I actually just want to stick it together because there's a lot of bits in it. It's a black lock, very, very similar to the one I've just shown you in silver. And then this is for the double doors. So that one is for a single habitation door on a motorhome. But because we have the van at the back of the ambulance, it's double doors, and it's a totally different lock. and this is a black lock. Let me tell you about IMC Creations. You can get these habitation locks made by different companies, and you'll get 2 keys, and you know they're a funny key, security key. The beautiful thing about this company is they've sent me this lock, and it comes with 2 keys. You can have the exact same lock. If you have a fleet of vans, you have 5 or 6 vans and you want to lock your back doors and your side doors, they'll give you 1 key that will do all of the locks. Most companies will let you do 3 locks on 1 key. IMC will let you have as many locks on the 1 key. So you can have a whole fleet of vans and they will be opened by the same key. I think that's brilliant. So the guys at IMC, they're a French company, they sent this over to me. This one, as I say, is for the double doors, and that one is quite similar to the one that I've shown you in the photograph. And the only difference is that both of these are finished in black. Now, a friend of ours in the camping crew, Tony, drives a Volkswagen T6, and he has a sliding door, and IMC have since designed a lock for the sliding door. So they've also sent me one of them, and I will do a video when the van build is over of us fitting that lock onto Tony's van, or a similar van that has a sliding side door entry from a van conversion. Anyway, what we're doing here today is not fitting these locks because we're not at that stage yet. Today is Monday. We're in February, and today I took a spin to our local signwriter who does all the stuff for Charlie and me, Smart Art in Clonmel. He has been doing signwriting for me for 20 years, from jobs that I've had right through to every motorhome I've ever had. And as I said, he does the all that stuff that we have on the Charlie and me and the magnets and on the side. He does all that for us. So I took the perspex out of the ambulance where it was ambulance. I'll put a photograph in here. You know where I want to put charlieandme.ie in there, and I want to fit some extra white lights. So today I'm going to get up onto the roof and wire the extra white lights. So here's a photograph that I took just there a few minutes ago. Those lights come on my parking lights, and those lights I'm going to have charlieandme.ie, and then there'll be pieces of black, and then on either side of it I'm going to have white lights. So as soon as I wire them and fit them, I'll put a photograph up when that's finished. That's all I'm doing today. It's in too awkward a position to set up cameras to show you what I'm doing. I'm basically just fitting some lights. Actually, I'll get the lights and I'll show them to you. I put my hat on because it's only 2 degrees today and it's actually snowing at the moment. So I stripped those lights out, and there were blue lights and white lights. These are white lights. So I've got 2 of these. So you're going to have charlieandme.ie lit up. There will be bits of black, and then over the driver's seat and over the passenger side, I'm going to have these. So when I'm driving, they're going to come on as driving lights. So I've got to run cables in to make these light up as driving lights, and that's what I'm doing now. So here it is just now, before I start the job. And now, magic, I haven't even left you. Here's the finished piece of work. And you got to remember there's going to be perspex across the front of that, which will say charlieandme.ie in the middle, and then just clear perspex up to the edges. So all of that electrics, which I'm quite happy with, took a little over an hour to do. It was just awkward because I was working from the roof, bending over, working kind of upside down, but the job is done. I'm happy with that. Smart Art should have the lenses back to me by the end of this week. So what I'll do is I'll hold off on mixing this video, and I'll put a photograph in here of the finished product with the lenses, the charlieandme.ie. If I don't like it after a while, I'm just going to do it all black and just leave the Charlie and Me. But I think we're going to like it. Right, that just about wraps up this video. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for following us on the van build. It really, really is coming to an end. And thank you to Gary's Glue, garysglue.ie, sponsors of every video as part of the van build series. From me, Aaron, take care of yourselves, and we'll talk to you very, very soon. Bye-bye.